So this is our cable rope crunch, and the idea of this exercise is to train the upper abs, which fold your body, your upper body down. So that's an important thing to remember when you're performing this exercise, because that's the only muscle that I want to contract, because you'll see that you might get carried away with trying to pull the weight down with your arms. So all I'm going to ask Sharayah to do is just keep in her mind that I want her knees and hips in line the whole time, because if you notice her hips coming back, that will be her body pulling the weight in. I don't want her body to pull the weight in, I just want her to crunch her abs. I've got her raised up on this bench, because if we're doing this on the ground, you'll see with the movement, she might be hitting the ground with her elbows. I mean, by all means, you can do this on the ground. I just find it more effective up on a bench. So it's really up to you whether you feel comfortable on a bench or not. So she's going to keep her hips still, and she's going to lock her hands or wrists on her head. That way that she knows if the wrists come off her head, that she will be using her arms, which I don't want. I want her wrist locked on her head so the weight is sort of attached to her head, and that way she can use her abs to crunch the weight in. And that's all we want to do, just crunch the weight in with our abs. So she's going to hold on to the weight, lock her wrists on her head. She's got a nice flat back, as you can see, and her hips are on top of her knees. Now, just like a cat, I want you to sort of bend your back in, and we'll make a semicircle with our elbows and come almost into our knees. And then she flattens out again, semicircle in, flattens out, semicircle, flattens out. Try and keep these hips as still as possible, just over the knees. And you can see straight away the only muscle she's using are these abs to pull in and stretch, pull in and stretch. You can do that for 15 to 20 reps. I think Sharayah got that too.